Hey y'all, it's Ashley. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share 3 baby shower decor pieces that make a big impact and go really easy on your wallet. First up is an oversized chair bow. This is a super quick craft, like 30 minutes kind of quick, and it costs less than $3 to make. I was honestly surprised by how much I liked it. I'm definitely not having any more babies in my 40s, but if I were, I'd have these bows strapped to everything. I probably should have just watched someone else make them first, but instead I do what I always do and I just jumped right in. I wanted it to be really full and really soft, kind of matching the bows with the rest of the decor. So I went and got 2 tablecloths, I opened them up, and I layered them back to back. I'm making the loop here, and I'm going to try to keep these tails about the same length. But I didn't cut the tails. I'm going to leave them long on purpose because I feel like it's just going to be easier to trim them later when they're actually put on the chair or put on the wall or wherever they're going to go. Before I lock it all down with this zip tie, I'm going to play around with the loops and make sure that everything is even, it's nice, it's poofy looking the way I want it. With a lot of my projects, I've learned that fuller is almost always better. It does help to just level up whatever you're doing. I'm going to cinch it in the middle, and I'm going to get my bow the way I want it before I secure and pull that as tight as I can get it. When you cut the tail off a zip tie, it can leave a really sharp edge. So what I'm going to do is just cut a strip from the bottom of the pink tail, and I'm going to wrap it around the middle to cover it up. That way nobody gets hurt. So I'm going to add a ribbon that's close to the same shade of pink, and it's going to give it a little bit more of a finished look. I tied it on here, but I do go back and glue it later. And here it is. I think it is such a cute way to highlight a mom-to-be and make her seat feel a little bit extra special. I mean, it took no time to do. It costs less than $3. In my book, that's a win. So my price in here ended up being about 60 cents a piece, but I stopped at making 40, and there was definitely enough material to keep going, so the price is actually probably lower than that. So here's what they look like when they're finished. So I like to batch things when I craft. I'm going to make all 40 of the bows first and set them aside, then I'm going to make all 40 of the dresses, and then I'm going to put them all together. I dovetailed the ends of the ribbon and tied a little shoestring bow for each one. I actually prefer curling ribbon over string because it's really strong. If you've ever tried to rip it off a gift in a hurry, you know it is not going to break easily. It's really cheap. It comes in a ton of colors. And lately, it's become one of my most favorite random things to keep in my craft room. Next, I made the dresses. I'm going to tie these closer to the top so it looks more like a dress. The tulle on the top will naturally take a bit of a scallop look when we tie it. My table is about 24 inches wide, and I'm going to use that as a guide to cut my tulle. I do one for the light pink and one for the dark. Place them back to back and start to gather it the same way you would a ruffle. I'm just going to walk it with my fingers. I'm going to gather it about 3/4 of the way up and tie it with the curling ribbon. Now I thought these long tails would be really cute, so I did every single one of them like that. I finished them, boxed them up, packaged them with the rest of the decor, just to change my mind, bring them all back out at 1 in the morning, and trim those tails off. Alright, so I'm going to go and add the bows. I'm just going to glue them on, but be smarter than me. I was not thinking about how Tulle is like super sheer, and that hot glue just goes right through it. I got it on top of my nail. Now, those of you who work with hot glue know what I'm talking about when I say there is another dimension of hot glue burn where it sits on top of your fingernail. It takes a second to let your brain know that your hand is melting off. It is so painful. So I'm going to trim these tails off, and I'm going to make sure that that knot is on the back of the bow. I also am going to kind of glue around and on top of that knot just to make sure it doesn't come loose. And here they are. I think they'll be adorable sitting on a table or wherever she wants to put them. Now for the big craft, and it is big. The first two projects were quick, but this next one is the centerpiece of the whole shower. I had 88 diapers to work with, so I knew it was going to be tall. It's finished at a little over 2 feet high. Altogether, it cost around $60 to make. It's basically a shallow round box that's made with 2 cardboard circles, and I wrapped a strip around the edge. I made 4 of these total. I need this cardboard to go in a circle, so I'm just going to get it used to bending this way by using a rolling pin. You could use a highlighter, just anything round. I rolled it one way, and then I turned around and I rolled it back the other way to make it a little bit more pliable. We need to cut those circles we talked about earlier, so we need 2 of each, a 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, and 12-inch. Now we can glue everything together. The sides are glued directly to the edge of the circle, and then I reinforce the outside with masking tape. Hot glue and masking tape can hold just about anything together if you use enough of it. I also want to reinforce the middle so it won't collapse underneath the weight. I'm going to cut scrap pieces of cardboard to fit inside and then just glue them. All right, let's add the top. So it's going to sit a little bit higher than the sides. I'm going to take the glue gun and kind of force it together and reinforce it with tape. I don't show it, but I also wrap some double-sided tape all the way around the outside to help hold the diapers on. It's not much help, but it's enough to get them on there so I can secure them. It was more of kind of just to help me along. And then I found a good cord. Y'all know I love me some clothesline cord. And I tied it loosely. That's going to give me a way to keep the diapers from falling off so that I can get them all together. And then I tighten the string. Okay, to roll up the diapers, it was so easy. I just used masking tape. Between the 2 packs, I ended up with 88 diapers, and I used every single one of them. And here they are. So I just glued them down. Okay, so here's that double-sided tape I was talking about. I'm just going to start sticking the diapers to it. I learned from my second time making this that you need to start at the top. There's a good inch difference in the diapers and the tier height. Don't tie it too tight because you're going to want to adjust as you go. Here's the second tier. We need these to overlap the top layer. It will have a tendency to sit wider at the top because of the overlap. I held mine in just by putting the ribbon a little bit higher, and that seemed to work. You're going to always be adjusting that cord to make it all fit. I don't want any glue on these diapers, so once everything is in place, I'm going to wrap that ribbon around each tier and glue the ribbon to itself. So I'm just going to work my way back up the cake. Now the fun part, the florals. This is always my favorite. My mom raised us in a flower shop when we were teenagers, so working with flowers has always been something really sentimental and comfortable for me. Again, I'm not going to glue this down. I am simply going to bend that stem and slide it back between the diapers and the wall. And I think it came out pretty good, so it was the right decision. I don't want to overwhelm that cake like I did the first round. My plan is to just hit a couple of places with flowers, just enough to differentiate between the layers. It'll be enough to give it some interest and then quit. I have a large styrofoam ball that I cut in half and glued to the top. Then I'm going to throw some flowers in it until I'm happy and everything is nice and covered up. And we're done. That was a lot. After a couple failed attempts, I think I finally got it right, and I love how it turned out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this inspires you for your next project. Let me know in the comments if you would have done anything differently. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.